Hey everybody, Vaughn here with the Vonster vlog, and I think it's either day 215 or day 216. I don't remember. I was sick as a dog yesterday and slept through most of the day, so time is a construct anyhow. But today, we are going to be playing around on my aerial yoga rigging, or yoga hammock. I do have a yoga trapeze in the house that I like to practice on. Sorry for the awesome audio quality, as I'm sure it's not very good. But I'm pretty sure using a mic with this is just going to end really poorly. So if you guys are interested in more videos like this, let me know and we'll start doing some in the house too. We don't have nearly as much space, but it's a lot more, all it takes is a doorway and like a $60 rigging setup, whereas this is much more involved. But I love this, and I also do Lewa. Well, and by do, I mean I like hanging it and like, ow, but in my heart. So that's why I have the outdoor rigging. So also, if you're following along with me and you do not have any sort of aerial yoga rigging of any sort, you can follow along with just the on the ground version, the traditional yoga versions. So again, I'm really hopeful that you can hear me, but for the most part I'm just gonna like yell what it is that we're doing, then do it for about 5 breaths if we can, and then I'll yell at you again. So thank you guys so much for joining me here today. We're going to start in front of our hammock, just grounding through our feet into the ground. Inhale up, not bunching our shoulders up by our ears, just reaching our fingertips up into the sky. And exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale up to a flat back. Exhale back down. You can use a strap here, or you can grab onto your yoga hammock and stretching. Now if we're just doing this with a strap, it's going to be very similar to whenever we're just doing those kinds of exercises. But as we're grabbing onto the rigging behind us, we're gonna, again, hands at about shoulder width apart, and we can even do a wrap, and we can lean forward and come up on our toes, really stretching through the fronts of our shoulders, and we can slide down into that forward fold. Very good. Let's practice just a little bit of balance here. So we're going to ground through our right leg. Inhale, pulling our left knee up, and again, we can totally just hold onto our yoga hammock for support. I just have my elbows resting in there. Lift that left knee up. Let's start making some circles. 3, 4, 5. Change direction. And back down. Let's ground through our left foot, making sure that we're making a solid connection through the inner and outer balls of our feet as well as our heel. Inhale, exhale, bring that right knee up. Let's do 5 breaths here. circle 1, 3, 4, 5. Change directions. Very good. Oh, bring that back down. Inhale and swan dive forward again. Now we can do a modified chair. So just bring your hands around into front, feet about shoulder width apart. Inhale and exhale down, making sure your knees are traveling over the center line of your foot. Come on back up. We can actually bring the hammock around behind and wrap our arms straight up. And I'm centering myself right below my hammock and back a little bit from where it attaches. So we're going to slide down. Ooh, there we go. So that it's resting right below our rib cage. Extend your arms up overhead. So it's almost like doing a wall sit. And then we can put our legs out straight and come down. Just 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now I'm going to try doing this one-legged. Woo! And my mat slides. That's alright. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I think 3 is all I've got in me. 1. Woo! 2. It's very slippery. And 3. There we go. Let's get our mat realigned, though we may actually I'm doing a lot of stuff in the air today, so I'm just going to set our mat off to the side. That way I don't have to worry about it sliding around on me. The rug that I'm on is just like a cheap indoor rug from Walmart that I have sacrificed to the garden. It's actually holding up really well. It's all synthetic fiber, so it's not rotting, which is amazing. So we'll see how it goes. So now I'm going to be bringing my hammock out in front of me, and I'm going to bring my right foot up and in, kind of cradled a little bit. And if you have a yoga trapeze, you'll have other straps. If you just have a silks, like what I have, you just hold on to the excess. Let's inhale and exhale, bringing that leg around nice and slow and controlled. We're going to do this 5 more times. There's 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now with our leg in front of us, let's actually extend our hammock so that it's cupping the whole calf, and we can bend around and lean forward. So it's kind of like a flying pigeon. And we can even float a little bit if we want, but you can kind of plumb yourself right below center. Make sure that you're not feeling anything in your knee, and you can bring your silks around just a little bit more so that it's cupping your whole knee, your whole foot, everything. and it's really opening up my hip flexor and the outside of my glutes. And come back up. And let's pull our foot out of the hammock and do the same thing on the other side. So grounding down through our right foot. Let's inhale. And 1. There we go, that's our 10. So I'm gonna hop forward and get our foot situated. Into flying pigeon. Hopping back up, let's pull out of the silks. I'm just doing a wrap on my hands. So to do that, I'm just standing with the silks in front of me. Prayer hands, bring them on either side of my face, hook them, and grab. And that just gets a nice little bit of a wrap. And we're gonna do a floating plank or flying plank. Inhale, and then arms out straight. Maybe a little bit of a, but quite a bit of bend in it for me actually. Leaning forward. We're gonna do 8 more of these. Inhaling nice and slow on the up, exhaling nice and slow. There's 4. 5. 6. 7. The wonders of an urban backyard. 8. 9. My arms are shaking, y'all. Last one, let's make it extra good. And 10. Now with this same wrap happening, I'm going to step back just a little bit and lean back and do 10 pull-ups. Woo. There we go. From here, I'm going to come down into thunderbolt position and just rest for a moment. And we can wrap again. And we can even practice a little bit of cat-cow here. So now we can also try crawling forward and bringing our foot up and into our silks. And we can do cat-cow here with one floated leg. do our transition, let's go ahead and lift the other leg and do a floating plank. This is a lot easier said than done. And bring the other leg down. Repeat 5 cat-cows on this side. I lost count, so I'm going to do one more. And go ahead and bring our feet out. I'm going to place my hands and come up into a wide-legged forward fold. And roll up. Something that's like excruciatingly painful for me, but that I'm trying to like train at, is just doing a hip hang. So I'm gonna bring, sounds like squirrels are throwing things. Just bring the silks about hip width, layer them onto my hip bones, and then I'm going to hang forward. And then gradually release my weight. And roll back up. It was almost 5 breaths. That was horrible. Like, it was good, but it felt horrible. Like, good, and my hips hurt. This is something that I'm hoping that as I gain strength and lower my body mass, that it will just be less pressure. So that'll be good. Now we get to do my favorite part. And I highly recommend, if you're getting into this, to check out Born to Fly. They have aerial hammock and aerial yoga books and educational videos and all sorts of stuff. That's, do your research so you don't like hurt yourself. So I'm coming underneath my hammock, grabbing in the center front edge, and I'm going to tuck an elbow up and an elbow up, and then reach back. Whoop. That's exactly what you don't want to happen. And then come up and through. And we need to sit here and swing for a minute. Now, the higher you keep your hands on the silks, the less likely to tip backwards that you'll be. Whereas if I hold on quite low, then whenever I tip back, I'll go full on upside down. Okay. Whew. Well, I'm seasick now, so I think I'm done. Thank you guys so much for joining me here today. Let me know how you're doing down in the comments. And I look forward to seeing y'all tomorrow for another day of a year of yoga. And until then, you guys, keep on keeping on. Mwah. Bye.